Good morning all. We have already started our first lesson, that is sensations and responses, and last class we have discussed some terms: stimulus, then types of stimuli, then receptors, nervous system, neuron, etc. First of all, we can revise them. What is a stimulus? A stimulus is a factor which causes responses in organisms. They are of two types, external stimuli and internal stimuli. That are produced externally is known as external stimulus, and that produced internally is known as internal stimuli. And we have seen the examples also. Then some special cells are there to receive this stimuli. They are known as receptors. Receptors are arranged all over our body and in the sense organs. Then all these activities, that is producing responses, are controlled by a special system in our body that is known as nervous system. The basic structural unit of nervous system is a neuron. We have just seen the structure of the neuron. Today we can study in detail about the structure of neuron and its function. Before that, I want to say something. That is, you must keep a notebook and a pencil. While I am taking or explaining the parts, you have to draw it in a rough figure. We have already seen the different parts of the neuron and its characteristics. Then we have to know what are the functions of each and every part of this neuron. Just see.
Now let us see how impulses are transmitted from one neuron to other neuron. Dendrites are the branches of the dendrons. It is the part that receive impulses from adjacent neuron. Dendrites are receiving impulses from the adjacent neuron. Dendron is the short filament from the cell body. It carries impulses from the dendrites to the cell body. The cell body, which consists of cytoplasm and nucleus. The impulses are transmitted to the axon, which are the longest filament of the cell body. Axon carries impulses from the cell body to the outside. Axonites are the branches of the axon. It carries impulses to the synaptic knob. The bulged synaptic knob secretes a chemical substance called neurotransmitter. It is essential for the transmission of impulses from one neuron to other neuron. The axons are covered by Schwann cells encircled to form a membrane called myelin sheath.
Axons of neurons are encircled by a special cells you have seen that are named as Schwann cells. The Schwann cells repeatedly coil the axon and then forms a lipid containing membrane. That membrane is known as myelin sheath. The myelin sheath in the nerves is formed with specialized cells called Schwann cells. That we have already seen while explaining the structure of the neuron, isn't it? Then the myelin sheath in the brain and the spinal cord is formed with another type of special cells. They are known as oligodendrocyte. You can see it in the picture. The myelin sheath has that shiny white color. So the part of the brain and the spinal cord where abundance of myelinated sheaths can be seen, that region seems in shiny white color. That area is known as white matter. And the region where non-myelinated neurons are present or axons are present, that region can be seen in grey color, that is known as grey matter. What are the functions of this myelin sheath? And why this myelin sheath is needed? That the major function of myelin sheath is to provide oxygen and nutrients to the axon part. Then second function is to speed up or accelerate the impulses, that is to speed up the messages. Then next function is to act as an insulator, and it also protect the axon from external shocks. These are the major functions of the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is a lipid containing membrane formed of two types of cells. They are Schwann cells and oligodendrocytes. Now I give you some assignments. That is, first of all, you have to draw the structure of a neuron and label the parts. Then you have to write down how this myelin sheath is produced. Then then what are the grey matter and white matter indicate. Then one more that is write down the functions of the myelin sheath. You have to do this. We can see in next class. Thank you.